if a person um, was separated from their birth parents at whatever age it may be, does it contribute to them having lifestyle changes, or does it contribute to personality change? Does it contribute to, let's say their DNA, the outcome was gonna be, they were gonna be this personality trait or this style of personality, outgoing, charismatic, and because this hiccup occurred in their life, whether it be through death, accident, or because they were being abused, did that change the trajectory of their personality or their life choices or their who they decide to be, whether it's gay, transgender? If you go based on just from a sexual orientation perspective, there's a struggle of nature nurture, what contributes to that. I think for that specifically, there it's twofold, because some of it is nature, and some of it is nurture. um, you I think there's books that you could read where the person says, was born and I already felt like I wanted to be the opposite sex. And they're strong and um, diligent about that. That's their truth. um, and they say that they were born that way, that that's how, they played with dolls. And let's say that and I think it's a male boy, I'm trying to remember the name of the book, and he played with female dolls. He knew that he wanted to be a female. Okay. um, was that nature nurture? He says it's nature, or now a she. um, if, let's say, they experience sexual abuse and now they prefer being with that gender. Okay, now that's an example of it. The contributing factor was the nurture part, their environmental stressors that led them to say, you know what, that's gratifying, I like how that feels, so I want to keep pursuing how that feels because it made me feel good for whatever reason at that time. So that would be more a nature, uh, no, not nature, nurture component, the environment. Um, it also depends on the age of when a lot of this stuff occurred. So once again, you know, um, the earlier I think it happens, the more it does an imprint on their personality outcome. I think so. If you're born with a screwdriver in your toolbox and maybe a wrench, um, as you get older, you start to just say, oh, maybe I want this tool. I want that, depending on what you want, what type of you know, if you want to be a plumber, if you want, depending on what, career choice, what uh, role you want to be as you get older. So you start evolving and you say, well, I like this approach. Okay, so maybe I might get more cooking tools in my toolbox, or maybe I might get more power tools in my tool. And the more complicated the tool is, the more complicating your coping skill is. So if some people only have 5 tools in their toolbox, okay, well, those are their coping skills. Some people have power tools, they got all kinds of stuff, their survival kit, they got so many things in there that they can pull out when something's happening or going awry.